Welcome to Bookwood. I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. If we haven't met before, my name is Mashou and I create bookish and journal related content over here on YouTube. In this video I'm setting up my bullet journal for June, and it will as always be inspired by a book. It is going to be quite a short video because where I film and where I edit it is extremely warm because of the heat wave, and my camera is not liking the heat and neither am I, so I decided to just go with the essentials, which are the decorations. You saw at the start my mid-year setup. I will link to the setup video for that. I just added in the book cover, which I didn't do in that video, and then I had it into this cover spread. The book that is inspiring this setup is Shine As Long As You Live. It is a book that I listened to a while ago, and it is a contemporary romance, but also like touching on quite heavy topics, and we will meet an elderly lady who has got a fatal cancer diagnosis, and she has decided that she's going to go on her own terms, but things do not go as expected. She's interrupted by a phone call from her son asking her to come and stay at their house because someone is going to come to do some renovations. She will discover that this man is quite to her liking. He's in her age range as well, and we will follow how a romance develops, and this gives her the strength to continue living. It was a story that I really enjoyed, and it is set on an island and on the coast of it, and that's what inspired this like coastal theme. And I really wanted to do that for the summer because it feels quite fresh. I have set up my usual cover spread, my usual calendar spread, and normally then I make an outing spread, a place where I keep track of all activities I could attend with my family. But July is a little bit different. We will have to also have more activities that we do ourselves. So I decided to decorate the spread more and just call it a to-do spread. But the idea is to add in on one side the places we can go to, expositions, things like that, and on the other side list out things we can do at home, maybe crafts that I saw or games that I want to play, things like that, so that I can come back to that as well when I need an idea quickly. I'm not sure if it was the heat or something else, but things didn't go as well setting up these spreads. I used new markers, and they are supposed to be like similar or identical to my previous ones, but when I wanted to erase my pencil marks, they just made my paper tear apart, which is strange because I have been using Tifosi for so long that I don't think that the problem is the paper. I think it's the markers. Is it maybe also because of the heat and that it is changing up how the markers react to the paper? I don't know. We'll have to find that out next month, or maybe even the month after when it's cooler. But also turned out that this notebook has like 1 square less in the height than my previous one, and I didn't count it out. I didn't pay much attention of that, just going by the idea that it would be the same. And so I had to jungle a little bit around with my tracker later on these weekly spreads. But in the end, it still does look nice. I just had to wait for a long time for the markers to dry, and so it smudged also a little bit, which I never had before. I wish you could feel the texture of the little piece of paper that I'm putting there to represent a little bit of the beach. It does really feel a little bit like grainy, like sand, and I really liked it. That's why I used it over here. This is already almost the end of this setup. I hope that you still had a good time with it, that you enjoyed it and found it inspirational. If you want to see more of me, you can always subscribe to the channel, maybe turn on notifications so you are sure not to miss any videos, especially that at this end of June things got a little bit delayed because of the end of your school activities that are a little bit more intense than I anticipated. I'm very sorry, but life is happening. And I will just leave you with a flip through and some music. See you soon!